town of blast furnaces and silk mills. Once dense with smoking chimneys, a town of iron and silk set in the strait where the lake narrows into a river. From its old vocation as a fortress and market, Lecco today finds itself with a different destiny, as the centre and most important town in a province with all sorts of beauties remaining miraculously intact despite the great industrial development of the territory, which began precociously several centuries ago. They are natural charms, ranging from the last stretch of Lake Como, rich in small beaches, to the rocky peaks of Grigna and Resegone, so dear to mountain climbers, and the great backdrop to the famous Ragni. From the ski runs of the Bobbio, Artavaggio and Betule plateaus, to walks in the woods and meadows of the Valsassina and Val Varone, which have always been favourite holiday resorts for the people of Lecco, as well as other visitors, with their villages crowding round the parish churches. From stone houses with their stone-tiled roofs to the rolling hills of Brianza, on the slopes of which the Milanese aristocrats were already building villas in the 1500s, villas which were in no way inferior to the Palladian villas of the Veneto. And again the river Adda, with its winding course, its old bridges and castles, its system of locks, which Leonardo had a hand in building. Many scholars claim that it was in this very territory that Leonardo placed his Mona Lisa and Virgin of the Rocks. And the lake, so loved by those keen on sailing, rowing and windsurfing, in whose waters the first bathyscaphe in the world was immersed, invented and built by Pietro Vassena from Lecco. The lake, with its villages built close around the small ports and the mountains directly behind them. These are small villages which at one time made a living from fishing, and today attract tourists looking for local colour, like Verena and its splendid Villa Monastero, a regular destination for international tourism. One of these small villages, Mandello del Lario, has become famous all over the world for the Moto Guzzi factory, where the historic masterpiece of Italian mechanics, loved by thousands of fans, is manufactured. A province, therefore, whose charm comes from the great variety of surprises it can offer its visitors. Among these surprises, there's no lack of gastronomic pleasures, since it's only in Valsassina that gourmets can try certain cheeses, with the place of honour going to the Taleggio and Robbiola varieties. And it's only in Brianza that special cold meats and salamis are produced. And it's only at the lake that very old fish recipes such as misoltini can be tasted. And finally, the artistic charm, all to be discovered in uncontaminated corners of the countryside, where you would least expect to come across it. The 17th century Forte di Fuentes, which dominates the lake, and the more recent Forte Lusardi, built at the beginning of the 20th century and remaining curiously inactive despite 2 world wars. The 1,000-year-old structure of St. Peter's at Monte Civate, with its frescoes among the oldest in Italy, which can only be reached on foot through the woods. And Lecco, with its medieval bridge over the river Adda, where the lake becomes a river, is the one Italian town that possesses a true cultural halo, thanks to Alexander Manzoni, who lived here and made it the setting of his novel I Promessi Sposi, The Betrothed, the most beautiful novel in our literature.